We talk. Hey, you made it. Take a breath. This is your moment. Right here, right now. We talk big dreams, small steps, real days, messy hearts, and finding our way. Welcome to this big life, where the little things change everything. Pull up a chair, press play. Let's groove, let's live, let's live. Yeah, this big life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to, are we episode 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Episode 6. Oh my
Episode
word.
6 of This Big Life. Where are those weeks going?
I don't know.
Scary.
It is scary.
Scary. Very scary.
It is actually unbelievable.
With myself, Siobhan, from My Fab Curvy Life.
There's a joke there that would tell you another day. And myself, Nicola Moore, celebrate. How are you all doing? We are absolutely fabulous. We have laughed like we met about over an hour ago.
Yeah.
And we're only recording now because we have been
We
laughing
have been
and
just
laughing and laughing.
It's been good.
Yeah,
It's been good. We had a good morning.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been
We kind of
definitely
we still
busy.
put the world to right, don't we?
Yeah.
We still put the world to right. So that's what we're doing.
Only we
this morning.
don't have a postman in here to kind of.
Oh, I met him the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I gave him a little feed, but he's full trousers on. I was a bit disappointed.
Ah.
He used to come in and sometimes we'd know by the weather whether it was fine out or not. No, he used to wear trousers even in the bad weather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
he
also does.
he wears the shorts.
He wears shorts mostly.
Like, but he's a
what he is.
lovely, like he's actually very easy on the eye. In
He's
fairness,
lovely. Yeah, he's
but
so,
but you know
cute.
what? He's nice both ways. He's actually
he's nice both ways.
from the inside out. I meant, yeah. Like,
I was like, is that some sort of sexual thing I know nothing about? He's nice both ways. Well, of
both
course it
ways.
could be. Yeah.
No, but he's nice from the inside out. Do you know you can
Trouble with the postman.
Jesus.
Again,
Do you know the way you actually have some people and they actually can look very attractive, but they don't. Yeah, but they don't have they wouldn't have the best personality. Are you allowed to say that? Yeah, you're allowed to say that. Yeah.
When you see, they say beauty is
in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty comes from within, is what I was going to say. But I think I'm lovely too. No, they say beauty. Beauty comes from the inside out. So if somebody is not a nice person, then it will show on their.
Well, I think so too. But there are a good few people that's quite attractive, male, female, whatever, that are quite attractive on the outside, and they're not necessarily the nicest personality.
Yeah.
So,
but you know.
When you know
when you meet those people. We've met a few of them. But anyway, we hope you're good. We hope you're well. We are so thrilled with the response to the podcast and the messages that came in and the comments and everything. And we are so glad that you're enjoying it as much as we are.
Yeah.
And we got we got a few emails, but we're going to read one today from. We don't want to over kind of do it. We don't want to just be reading emails every time.
But if you are going to send us an email, or you do want to make a comment, or send us a message of any kind, or if there's something you want us to talk about, you can email us at thisbiglife@yahoo.com. Yeah, we love getting the emails, but we have got some lovely ones.
Yeah, no, we have. Yeah, and our first one, and we're not going to say the name, obviously, because it's confidential. People are sending us stuff that is confidential to them. So whatever you send us, it will remain confidential, just so you know that. But the one I'm going to read now, it came in last week, and it said, "Hi girls, Nicola and Siobhan. I've just caught up on 2 shows. I love them, and I'm smiling along with you both. Some humdingers in there, and I love it all. Regarding confidence, I play it like I have it, but it is a performance, which many of us do. I have to psych myself up before going to events or meetups with pals. It takes so much energy from me. I have to sleep the next day for so long. It drains me so much. Girls' holidays I do love, but it has to be a short break because my energy is sapped and I need to get back to my own environment to be the real me and just chill. I constantly feel I need to keep a conversation rolling, and that makes me talk verbal diarrhea." Well, we know all about that.
Yeah.
We do that a lot too.
Yeah.
Siobhan, you can confirm that. I actually didn't know that. Yeah. I hate silences. When I go places, I would enjoy while there, but I do feel exhausted after. I do love a good laugh, but if I'm honest, I'm actually very quiet internally. I constantly compare myself to others and I never feel good enough. I have always felt like this, and it's just when you mentioned to give us your shields ideas, I realized anytime I meet others who aren't my very core people, I just talk gibberish and feel insecure. Mom always advised us from time from the time we're small, love many, trust few, always paddle your own canoe. I live by it. That's a really good one. I like that
It
one.
is a good one,
hmm
yeah.
Anyway, ladies, love what you girls are doing, and I will tune in for more. So keep it coming. So that's a good one. Love many, trust few, always paddle your own canoe. I live by it. Well, do you know what? It's so, so true. We do overcompensate sometimes because we feel we're not enough.
Yeah. Now,
We
and I
feel
know
like,
this girl personally,
yeah,
right? So I would know this girl personally. So I was a bit surprised when I got the message, to be honest,
yeah,
because um I would say that she'd always have a comment on Facebook or Instagram, and I would feel she knows loads of people. She's very pleasant, she's a lovely energy. I would have definitely thought she was more than confident.
yeah. I was going to ask you that. Would you have thought
More
you
than
felt that?
confident. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't have. Um the thing where she says about going away and stuff like that, well, I have to say, for me, I don't like going away. I go away with Willie. I don't. I know there's some people say you need to go away with the girls or you need to do this, you need to that. For me, that was never my thing.
yeah.
I know a lot of people who say, "What do you mean, like you wouldn't go away without him?" Yeah, I've gone away overnight without him, without a shadow of a doubt. I've gone away working without him. Yeah, without a shadow. I would rather go away working without Willie than go away on a girls' weekend. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? I'm not really into girls' weekends. I want my own
Why?
room. I like to do my own thing, and I'm not really. And this is going to sound so bad. I don't really do girls, a whole load of girls together. I don't. No, thanks.
Jesus, Siobhan.
I don't. And
You could have
that's
told me sooner.
like we're one to one. You're safe enough. No, I don't. Like I don't feel there's like I've never gone to the place where I said
Now, when you don't really do girls or you don't really do groups?
I don't do groups of girls going
Group.
away. No,
No, but like groups of people either.
I don't do groups of people either.
Yeah.
No,
So don't be turning up your nose at the old girls. It's
no.
groups of people.
Yeah, I don't do huge groups either. No, I don't.
You don't have to make a face when you're telling me. I know you're allergic to it, Siobhan.
No, but you know the way people say, "Oh, I love going away with the girls and I love doing this." So I've gone away with the girls overnight. One night is absolutely perfectly fine. I've had enough now, thanks. It's time for me to go home. That's enough for me. And
Yeah.
don't ask me to go even once a year because that's nearly too much for me.
Mm.
So I like to go away, just myself and Willie, or Willie and the whole gang of us. I've no problem with that. I'm not even one of these people that would go away with couples. Do you know where you'd have a couple of couples?
Jesus. We can't go away without
No,
anyone.
seriously. Honestly, I'm not one of them people either. And I know
Yeah.
sometimes I used to go
Yeah.
and we have gone to different weekends and we've gone because I always felt that it was maybe a family member or someone asked us and I've said, okay, right, yeah, we'll go. And it's like 3 or 4 couples. And then I have to be honest with you, I just got to the stage where I politely said, look, thanks a million for the invite, but no was the answer.
Thanks, but no thanks.
No thanks. And then
Yeah.
you know what? I actually found a little bit of power in that because there's nothing wrong with saying no.
No, there's nothing wrong with saying no, but I suppose when you listen to what she's saying, it's the fact that it's taken her energy
That's what I mean.
to be in these places. And it's not that she doesn't want to be, like she's
No, she's
obviously
just not
going because
comfortable
she's
in them
just not
position.
comfortable and not
Yeah.
confident. Comfortable and confident, I suppose, are two different things. Like
Yeah.
when you think about it.
So
I like I'd be very comfortable in most places,
now you see, I'm
and
not.
I'm very confident in most places. But I will say, I remember a couple of years ago in 2021, myself and them, we did have a caravan at one stage. And we weren't getting to use it. Mammy was alive at the time, so we weren't getting to use it as often as we had hoped to.
Yeah.
It was too much to try and get things looked after at home to go away. So we decided in the long run we would sell it because caravans were keeping their value at the
At
time
the
of
time.
lockdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we said we would sell it, and one of the girls that I go set hands with sent me a message and said, "Hi, Nick, I just seen that you're actually selling your caravan, and we have a room in the house for Willie Clancy Week if you're interested." Now, my first reaction was, "Oh my dear baby Jesus, how am I going to share a room with a lot of people? I just can't. I'm just
No.
not able." That was my initial reaction, right? And I was everything went through my head. Obviously, showering, getting dressed, going in and out of the room, just being myself. And it's like this lady I used to look after a long time. She used to say, "There's nothing like being in your own space. You can step out of your own knickers and leave it behind you."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was one of the fears I had. I was like, I cannot be my own self. I cannot be comfortable in this company. Like, I'm not going to be. Anyway, we spoke to Ben, and Ben was like, "Yeah, that's great." So we went and we shared that room. And now we share every weekend. We
Yeah.
go everywhere together. There's like 8 or 9 of us, and we literally share every house we go. And I would fart in your face.
No, I've shared
I'm no
rooms, in all
longer.
honesty, with
Yeah,
girls overnight. I have done that, but I'm not comfortable doing it.
no,
I'd like even my own room. If you asked me to go and said, "Look, have your own room," I'd
yeah.
say, "Well, okay, maybe." But in all honesty, I have got to the stage where I can honestly say to you that I'm quite comfortable, and I don't think I'm being rude when I just say, "No, thank you."
Yeah. No, you're not being rude. It's just something that you don't
No,
want and you don't like. But it does come down to confidence, and it does come down to how you feel about yourself. I mean, like, I know people, friends of mine, and they would walk through the sitting room now with not a stitch on them.
I would look, but you see,
And
that's
it
the
wouldn't
thing.
bother them.
That wouldn't bother me. None of
Yeah.
that bothers me. None of the, like that genuinely doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I just have no raw for, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, you know what? Now, don't get me wrong. I do have a nice time when I'm there and everything. Then I'm going, that's it. One night's enough. Thanks. It's time for me
Yeah.
to go back. And I very, very seldom do it, I have to say.
But why is it? Is it because you just don't like being around people? You're just not sociable sort of a
No,
person?
I'll go out with
Or
you and
is
I'll
it,
stay out till 4 o'clock in the morning if you want me
yeah,
to.
but
But let me go home.
is it to do with your confidence, or is it to do with your comfort, or
My
is it
comfort.
your comfort?
Yeah, it's my comfort.
Your
I'm
comfort.
confident enough to do the whole thing, but I mean, I'm just not into that. I'm
You're
just
just not
not.
sociable.
Yeah, maybe I'm not
She's socially
sociable.
selective.
No, do you know what? Maybe you
Do
can
you
call
know
it that, but
what?
I just actually I've no interest in. I love going out and I love meeting people. I love all that, but I don't
Now,
like to say when someone says, "Will you come on a hens?" and
yeah,
like
no,
the
you see,
hens
now wait now.
overnight, I'm going,
Let me just stop you right there, right?
no.
That's a big lie, Siobhan.
You seen me
Yeah.
on hens?
That's a big lie.
I went to your
Yeah.
hens and I came
She came
home.
to my hen. My hen was a day.
Yeah, I
And you
went.
were
Didn't
able
I
to go
go the
home.
whole day?
Oh, thanks very much. I'll never forget you for it, Siobhan. Ah, I'm so grateful, Siobhan. I'll never forget you. But my hens, for that reason, one of the reasons I chose, I did not want to have a hen
Yeah.
because I didn't want to put people in the position that they had to go and share rooms with people that didn't want it.
No,
Because again, I was thinking, well, it wouldn't be something that I would like to do.
I would have
So,
just booked my own room.
yeah. So my niece and my sister, you have to do something, you have to mark it. You waited 50 years to get somebody to marry you, so you might as well mark it.
Well,
So I was
I'm
like,
with them on that.
right, yeah, no. I know you've told me loads of times. But I wanted people to be able to go home to their own house
Yeah.
at the end of it. So it was just a day thing, which was fine.
And it was
When
a
it
great
comes
day.
to, it was a great day. We done everything. We done loads in the daytime.
No, it was grand with that group.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big group. I'm just saying, it's not
So
groups is the
honoured.
problem.
No, it was a big group. But the thing about it is, when you say you've no problem socializing, you've no problem going to events, that is absolute petunia horse shit. I would go anywhere.
No, now
Yeah.
you are a step before most people now, in
I-
fairness. Like, you're not normal.
I'm not
You're not normal.
I literally would go to the open of an envelope.
Yeah, you would.
I would go anywhere.
And I mean, literally, let's open the envelope. She's there.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I would go anywhere.
A
Now,
bit more particular.
Siobhan would be a little bit more particular, yeah. And it's not because you're like
And I'm not a knob.
unsociable.
No, I'm not. And I'm not. I'm not a knob. Like, don't look at me like that. I'm not a knob.
No, money missing. No, she's no, it's not. It's not because you're particular or you're fussy or you think you're better than everyone or
No,
whatever.
I don't. Absolutely.
It's just that you are quiet in your own way.
I am quite,
Yeah.
yeah.
And as confident as you are in certain ways, you are quiet and you like your home life. You like
Yeah.
having comforts. That's
I love, now, don't take me like, I'm not a house person by any means. When I say to you that I'm not a house person, houses can come and go. They don't impress me at all. You know, these people that love to be at home every weekend. No, I like to be in the car gone. I like to
Yeah.
be gone, out, gone, wherever it is.
shopping.
Not even shopping. I like to go. I love to go off every weekend. I love to be going somewhere, or I love to be
Faithfully.
doing anything. I'll take anything. But I do love my own little circle, my own little bubble.
Yeah.
I do love that.
You do love that. But you see, I think part of it for me, like I would have never, I suppose when I was younger,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I was never quiet. I always went to different things, but it's that thing of going into. I know we are saying about going into a group and you feel like you have to overcompensate. So I would have used humor most of my life
Yeah.
when I'm going into places. So when I was going in to share that house for the first year in Willie Clancy, I went in and I was kind of like, full on. Here I am, and if you meet me for the first time, I can be actually quite scary because I'm so
Are you
confident and full
serious?
on. Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
scary.
I know that people who said me when they met me the first time they were terrified.
Still
Because
terrified most days.
because I am, I suppose I am confident, but it's part of it is a pretense because you have to put your like I think I have to put my best foot forward when I'm going in somewhere first.
Yeah.
But when I'm going into a group with friends or that, I would walk in as confident as Anton, and it's not a show or it's not. I'm not
Would it
putting
be
it on.
like when you don't know the people? Like, would you put on a little bit of an armor and say, right, this is it. This is, I have to do this. And then I'm feeling better about going in.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say it's armor. I am, and this is 100% the truth, right? I love who I am, and I will say this 100 times a day. I love who I am. Yes, I have bad days. Yes, I have days I don't like certain things. Yes, I doubt stuff. But I am 100% confident that I am worthy of being where I want to be, standing where I want to stand, talking to who I want to talk to.
Okay.
That does not come easy. That is something that I have, I suppose,
Built
struggled
up over
with and
time.
I've built up with over time. But the importance is that regardless of what I look like, regardless of what I weigh, regardless of what I'm wearing, I know my worth.
Yeah. You see, that's the problem.
And people forget that,
Yeah, that is the problem. And I would say to you, I probably don't know my worth.
yeah, you don't. I've slapped the heady more times about
Yeah.
forgetting who you are.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
So I would say to that person that sent in that message that no is a very powerful thing. It's not rude. It's not if for now that you are not comfortable in that position, then you know what? Just say politely say, look, no, not just at the moment or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't need a reason. You don't need to back it up with anything. Just no.
yeah,
And you know what? By saying no a bit more often, you might feel better about things. But I
yeah.
have to say,
See,
that person that sent in that message, definitely now I can say that was some mask she's wearing.
yeah, because you know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that that you're exhausted
That's now,
afterwards,
yeah,
yeah. And for me, and I get that because when I go to do a ceremony, I am 100% on the ball. Like I have energy levels like
that's hard going.
Richter
That's what
scale.
we were talking about this morning.
Yeah, we're talking about this morning.
That is hard
So
going.
when I come home from doing a ceremony, I just want to sleep because and Pen is like Pen
Yeah,
wants to
because you know what,
Pen wants to tell me 100 things. Did you
it's
see
their
that?
big day. You
Yeah.
have got to have that
But
100% right.
I'm as a celebrant, I am actually putting on a performance as well as conducting a ceremony because
Well, it's
putting
like the
on, but you
gaiety.
are, but like, because you're going in and you're going to like the other day I was doing a ceremony, I was like, parents of the groom came in, I was like, hello, how are you? So I recognize they're older members of the family. So I'm zoned in. I'm like making sure that they're comfortable and they're welcome and they're sitting down and they know me before it starts because being a celebrant, it's still quite a new thing in Ireland. So not so
Yeah.
people are maybe a little bit uncomfortable or,
Especially the older ones. They're probably not
especially the older
sure
ones.
of, yeah.
So I will always make sure that I say hello and that they're okay and they sit down and I chat to them and everything like that. Then I move on to the next people, then the people that are involved in the ceremony, blah, blah, blah. It's not just about the couple on the day.
Mm, mm.
It's about everybody that surrounds that. So all my energy goes into making sure everybody's okay. And then after the ceremony, I always follow the couple out, make sure the green folder is
And you
safe.
have to be upbeat.
Yeah. And make sure the green folder's safe. And then I check with them, have you got a drink? Now, the hotel does all this. But sometimes maybe they'll say, I'd actually prefer a glass of water or whatever. So I go and get that. And this is stuff I'm not supposed to do, right? This is just me.
Mm.
I go the extra mile. I like to be there. But when I come home, that is when I say it's not pretending because I'm happy to do it, but it is a certain level of using my energy.
But it does take the
Yeah,
energy and
it
it does
is
zap you
like, yeah,
after it.
yeah, yeah. I do be
Do you know
wrecked
what I mean?
after.
It
So I
does.
can understand then having to be, I suppose, upbeat and that in sometimes you probably don't want to be
Mm.
there. Can be really exhausting.
So for me, for her, like doing things that she doesn't want to do, I would say to you, you know what? Just use that word no. it's not suiting you just at that present time. And don't put yourself through that. Like,
Yeah.
don't.
Siobhan,
Don't. No, honestly, don't.
yeah,
Why
you're
would
going
you?
to kill me now because I'm the opposite. I'm like, say yes to everything.
No.
Go out and own your space in the
No,
world.
own your space. I can understand that, absolutely. But if it's putting you under that much pressure,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's not that's not fun. There's no
No, it's
way.
not fun.
So you know what you can do? You can say yes to things and and enjoy them, and maybe there's no environment that you can't say, look,
Yeah.
I can do this, and I can come home if that
Pick
makes
and
me
choose
feel
your
better.
battles,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. But
So-
if that's that is just drawn the best out of you, and you are feeling so overwhelmed by it all, well,
Yeah.
then you know what your answer to that is. It's there in black and white. It's no, just
But
not
see,
at this
no
moment.
in
And pick
moderation,
something
shall
else.
we say? No in moderation.
No in
Siobhan.
moderation.
No in
yeah.
moderation.
But
yeah.
but you know what?
'Cause
No is very powerful.
my motto is different. I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? You deserve to be there. You deserve to own that space you're sitting in. You know, other people's opinions shouldn't, and they shouldn't, and it kills
But
me.
they do.
I know, but it kills me, Siobhan.
I know,
just
but
want
they
to get
do.
every one of yous and shakies and say, listen, I just get out there and go and be who you are and be where you're supposed to be and do what you want to do and don't let anybody else.
But
like,
you know what?
kind of-
Maybe that's not where she's supposed to be. Maybe that
No,
she's
I know, but like, you see, you're kind of going into it too much there now.
Yeah,
Siobhan.
but you see,
Yeah.
that's this is
No,
so that's what I'm
it's-
saying. Take yourself out of that position.
Take
Don't there.
yourself out, but
Yeah.
don't take yourself out of life.
No, not
Don't
life.
say no to everything. Go out and try things, see what makes you comfortable. But like, don't let other people's opinions or views or what you think, because they mightn't even have an opinion. You only think they do because you're lacking that bit of confidence.
Yeah, well, I do believe in trying everything once. I mean, you can only
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
It's not a big
Nobody
deal.
died.
Yeah, it's
I'd
not a
say
big
nobody
deal.
died.
But
But I remember the very first time, I don't know whether I told this story in the podcast, but the first time I was going to go modelling on RTE.
yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, and you said so nobody died.
No. Just no.
Well, no, was that the catwalk? Maybe it was in what you call it?
Oh no, about stripping in front of the young lad.
Oh, yeah, that was stripping in front of
No,
you.
that was at the Cowan.
It was. Where did you go? Oh, we went to Cork. Was it
Went to Cork. I
for your
was
first
asked,
one?
and I remember actually Siobhan
That was
said to
with
me-
Celia, wasn't it?
with Celia Holman Lee. Celia is absolutely she's a
Oh,
dote.
she's a dote.
She is actually the loveliest lady. She's so down to earth.
Mm.
She does. And Celia Holman Lee, let me tell you, even though I was standing beside like models, stick tin models, models, the average model would say, none of them as beautiful as me, obviously.
Absolutely not.
Not a patch on me.
Not a
Siobhan,
patch
not
on
a
you.
patch on me.
Not a patch.
But even though I was
Cindy
with that,
Blinken.
she never made me feel awkward. She
No.
never made me feel uncomfortable. She never made me feel different.
No, and I think that's why, you know what, because like Celia, I'm sure like everybody knows she's 6, isn't she? 75, 76?
She's more, Siobhan. She's 77 or 8.
Is she? Well, whatever she is, like I simply think like that's what we were talking about
Stunning.
earlier on. Beauty comes from within. Like she
Beauty
is
comes from
such
within. She's
a
elegant.
beautiful,
But
beautiful person.
I remember Siobhan asking me, they were going to do a thing in RTE, modelling in RTE on national television, no less.
National
And
television.
Siobhan said to me, would you go and model on RTE? And I don't know, she must have thought I was going to say no. And I just said, yeah. And she went, what? And I said, yeah, I don't mind. She said, but it's like down in Cork and it's for RTE. I was like, yeah.
Actually, somebody else didn't want you
And-
to do it that time, and I says, yeah, no, she is doing.
And I said, oh, thanks, Siobhan.
No, but you knew that 'cause you were there.
I know. But I said, yeah. And I think it was kind of like, does Nicola actually realise that she's going to be modelling on national television? And I was thinking to myself, I don't care where it is.
I don't care. That was your famous word.
That was
wasn't it?
my
I don't
favourite
care.
word. I don't care. If it's to be done, it's to be done, and that's it. And I remember the night before, or the day before I was due to go, and I remember talking to someone who had lost a lot of weight, and I was saying, well done, you've lost that weight, and fair play to you, and keep it going. And they said to me, well, do you know, I realised that being overweight is socially unacceptable. And I'm like, hang on, I'm about to go on national television as a plus size woman modelling.
No, do you know what I used to get when I was
you're
going to
telling me-
telly?
What?
Do you know that the camera adds £20?
Yeah, well, there's not a pick on me.
At
See
this
that,
stage, it didn't
see
matter.
that footage? That was all the cameraman's fault.
Go on,
But
anyway.
I was standing there and I was like looking and I was thinking to myself, do you know, why would you say that, first of all? Because it's not socially unacceptable. You only think it is now because you're thinner than you ever were. But secondly, why would you say it to me when I'm supposed to go on national television as a model? But you know, it never knocked a funk out of me. I didn't come out with that thinking, Jesus, I can't go on that telly now. oh, Jesus, I'm socially unacceptable. I
Yeah.
can't be seen in public. I can't. It never took a funk out of me. As a matter of fact, I would say it had the reverse effect.
Yeah. You said, feck you know,
I
I'm
said, do
definitely
you
going to
know
do
what
it.
now? I'm acceptable in any room I go into because I want to be accepted, because I make myself known. I make myself part of what's happening. Now, people might have stuff to say about me. People might give out about me. People might talk
But they
about my
talk
weight.
anyway.
I don't care. I'm very happy in that room. I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. I went to RT the next day and I modelled on national television and there wasn't a fucking bother on me.
No,
Was there,
and we
Siobhan?
got great comments.
Got great comments. I was lovely, Siobhan, wasn't I?
No, but it was actually lovely. But you know what I loved about it is
What?
because it showed everybody differently.
What do you mean?
There was every shape. That day we done it, wasn't there? They had the other slot as well for the thinner girls as well.
Had they?
Yeah, so it showed every shape.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and that's the way real life is.
But sure, this is it. Like
We're not all the same.
we're not all the same, and it's not about. Do you know? I was at an event recently. I was telling you this before. I was at an event recently, and I said it. I went into the room, and I was probably the biggest person in the room. Hard to believe, Siobhan.
I know.
A little slender me, you know. But I was probably the biggest person in the room. Size wise.
Okay.
What do you what's it
Curve.
called?
Curvilicious.
What am I called? What's this called?
Curvy.
The figure. Dress size, like what do you call your figure? Your figure.
Your figure.
Yeah, I probably was the largest body in the
That's very
room.
deep.
Nicola, the body Morden. But I was probably the largest size person in the room.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you go around measuring yourself against
No,
everybody?
but I know, by looking.
Okay, go
You
on.
know by looking. I looked around there. There's probably 200. Well, I said it was more. There's probably about 400 people. Counting the tables. Probably about 400 people actually in the room. And I'd say safely say, and I'm not
So
just
you were the
saying it,
minority.
I was the very minority. I was the only one there. There was a size 24.
That made you unique.
Extremely unique.
Yeah.
But do you know what else made me unique?
What?
Is that I was probably the most confident person in the room.
Well, probably.
Yeah. And because and why was I confident? And I'll tell you why. Because I looked fucking amazing that night, Siobhan. I looked amazing. I put on a dress that I bought, right? And when I bought it, I tell you no lie, I went up to the counter and I said to the girl, I got this in a bigger size. She said, why do you want it a bigger size? I said, I think it's catching me there. I don't like the way it sits there. And she said, try it on. And I said, no, I've tried it on. She goes, no, that should fit you then. And so I put it back on and I came out and she goes, that's perfect. And in my head, I thought, she's sell her shite to sugar sticks, that one. Or sell her shite for sugar sticks. That's what my mother used to say.
Never heard that. Sell your shite for sugar sticks.
My mother
Never
used to
heard
say.
that.
Yeah. So I thought, so should I say that? And I said, look, there was no other one and it wasn't available online. So I said, look, I'll bring it in that size. And that was the one I put on that
That was the
night.
blue one.
Yes.
And that was a beautiful dress.
It was the most, I felt amazing.
Yeah.
I could look at the picture of myself 100 times.
But there you go. You see, she knew your size. You see, you were going into something bigger there.
I was going, yeah, because I was going into it's body dysmorphia. I've lost that much weight, Siobhan, since I became an athlete. I got down to a size 22, 24. That's called body dysmorphia. You know, my own size. But yeah,
But you probably are toning up in fairness.
Oh yeah, I'd say I haven't lost pounds. But
I'd say you're toning.
I tell you what now, as you can see today, I'm wearing a what's this called? A leisure suit.
A leisure suit.
A leisure suit. A leisure suit.
Leisure wear.
I have not wore a trousers suit in donkey's years because I'm always so conscious of me legs first of all. But my belly was.
But there, that lovely, that waffle like material is absolutely gorgeous.
There's a lot of waffling going on here today. But my belly always hung, and you know them lovely trouser suits. You have a load of them.
Yeah.
How many times a day did I try them on?
I don't know.
And every time I tried them on, I was like, Siobhan, it's not fitting me on the belly. And my belly be hanging. I was like, you know, I wish I had one now. I'd try. But no, I'm smaller now, Siobhan. It's nothing to do with the stretch material in it, Siobhan. I'm smaller.
It's the waffle material. It is.
All right,
I swear to God, because the other is like a plain top.
Yeah.
So that waffle material, is much nicer. It's like
no, this is really lovely, and it's got the brown trousers on top.
And it's a nicer shape.
And it's a nicer shape. It is a nicer shape. But I still don't think I would have wore it if I wasn't an athlete.
No, you definitely wouldn't.
I definitely wouldn't wear it if I wasn't an athlete. No way. But there you go. But again, you see, we compare ourselves. Like comparison, it quietly ruins your life, doesn't it? You compare yourself to other people, what you should be.
Yeah, and what they have and what they bring to the table, and can you bring the same thing, and can you, and you know what, like, it's funny because this week was a funny kind of week at home for us as well, because there was a lot going on, and like Tilda says to me, stop, ma. And I says, what do you mean stop? She says, stop thinking what can go wrong, she said. Think of what will, it'll all turn out.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, what do you care? You can start again.
Yeah.
And you know what? And now bearing in mind, she's 20. And I'm going, like, she's 20. It's easy to say that. No, it's not. It's easy to say that at any
It's a
age.
great mindset.
It doesn't matter if it fails. Like, and do you know what? She kind of made me think, like, come on, Siobhan. Doesn't matter if you fail. It doesn't matter. What difference does it make?
Yeah.
So you get up. Do you know what? The Americans, that's the one thing I love the Americans. They love a good fail. They love you. They fail, they get up and move on. No, but they do, honestly. They don't mind that. They don't mind if they fail.
Yeah.
It's like even the thing with the therapist. If you haven't got a therapist in America, you're mad anyway. Because all the same people in America have a therapist.
Jeez, I'd fit in America.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah.
So in America, if you fail, it's no big deal. You just try something else.
Just try it again.
Yeah. So, like, it's a very good thing to actually have in your head that it doesn't matter if you fail.
Yeah.
There's so many other things. And you know, so they're going to talk about you for a day, an hour, a week, whatever, and it'll just be gone.
Yeah. You're only
just a passing.
Yeah.
You know what? Isn't it the truth? Like they say, like, you know, you're in the paper today and you're around chips tomorrow.
Which is, I'm starving.
Yeah. No, but honestly, don't, like, you know, and sometimes you have to tell yourself, don't be afraid to fail. What difference does it make? Who says you're going to fail? Who says you're going to actually succeed? You don't know, so try it.
But if you keep up the mindset
of you're going to fail, you're going to fail.
You're going to fail. Yeah,
you do have to say to yourself,
you do have to.
You know what?
A level of
a
level of self-worth.
Yeah. Say, you know what?
This
is it. You're going to actually do it.
Yeah. And it's gas because I would have looked, Siobhan, when I met you first, and you know, say comparison is the thief of joy. And I would have looked at you and I'd say, I'd love to, and I still look at you the same way. It's not that I don't look at you any differently.
Now that you know me, like,
now that I know her. Completely different idea. No, but like when I met Siobhan, or when I would have seen her modelling in that first, before I met her, I'd say, oh my God, she is so confident. Oh my God, I'd love to have this. I'd love to do this that way. I'd love to stand that way, blah, blah, blah. And God, I'd never have the confidence, whatever. And then I met Siobhan, then I got working with her. And then I ended up modelling the same as Siobhan modelling. I wouldn't, you know, wouldn't be flashing my legs like you do. She's a, but yeah, she has the legs to flash. That's why if I had good legs, I'd flash them. Oh, stop it. Stop it. I
wouldn't mind. There's money in it.
I don't know. Yeah, there is actually.
And there's more of us, so we should get more money.
There's money in it.
We should have to charge more.
I could, if we were on the game, we could charge by the weight.
We could.
Wait a minute. I've only come back, right, Siobhan? Don't make me joke. Anyway, what do you think of our new little microphones? I've lost my fluff, Siobhan. You make me lose my fluff.
It's not the only thing she's lost, I'll tell you.
We got new microphones because we had
replacement fluff.
I haven't. Oh, excuse me. I have a choice of fluff. I have little ordinary padded fluff.
Or she's the hairy one.
Fluffy fluff. No, I think we'll stick with the little padded one. But I forget what I was saying now. What was we saying? No, I was saying that when I met Siobhan first, I was saying, like, you know, she's so confident and she's great in the way she able to do modelling and this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh, wouldn't it be great to be able to do that? And then when I started working with you, and I ended up having to do that because that was part of my job, like, I was doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing it. I wasn't flashing as much flesh as Siobhan, but I was still doing it. So, like, don't think you can't do something, or don't compare yourself to somebody else and think, oh God, isn't she great? I'd love to be able to do that. You know, you can do something if you really want to.
Yeah,
the only one that's going to stop you is you.
Yeah.
Like, really and truly. And your mind is the thing that's going to stop you.
Yeah, and you're going to have to say to yourself, and you know what I think is very good as well? I do think, make yourself uncomfortable every now and again.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing to make yourself uncomfortable. Yeah. Like, I'm not talking about, you know,
wear the tongue or.
No, I'm not talking about wearing the tongue. Jesus, if I wore a tongue, got lost, that wouldn't be that comfortable. That'd be like lost to like ark. Where is it gone? But yeah, like, don't, like, make yourself a little bit uncomfortable. Don't take it too easy of a ride either. You know what I mean? Do try things that maybe is out of your comfort zone. And I do think 90%
Say
of the
yes
time,
to things, you mean?
yeah, say yes. Yeah, do. You know what? I'm a firm believer in what I said earlier on. If that situation you're after trying it a few times, it makes you uncomfortable, say no. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But definitely don't say no without a chance. Don't say
Yeah.
no until you've
See,
tried it.
eventually you're going to be more sociable again and finish with you.
I think I am very social. Just don't ask me to stay the night.
Just don't ask me for a sleepover.
Yeah, no, if you put me in the room on my own, I'm grand. I'll stay the night.
No, but you know what it is? Part of it is, and it's not, I don't know, it's you look at stuff online and you see, like, I like that. Like I said, I saw you online before I met you.
Mm.
But we all do it. We look at things online and we're like, I wish I could do this, or I wish I could do that, or, the way she wears that is lovely, or isn't that lovely, or see this. And we
But don't
all,
forget, like, that's a snippet.
that's
Like,
a snippet.
you need to remember
It's
that
like-
that's a snippet.
It's like, social media. And I often say this, and I actually said it today. I had a call this morning from a lady looking for me to book her wedding. And I said, like, when I'm doing my social media and, I'll be doing weddings and stuff, like, I can't. And then obviously then you'll see myself and Ben lepping around the place in the video or stuff. Or you'll see me on my stories and I could be talking about doing a wedding, or I could be talking about grief, or I could be talking about weight, or I could be talking about hair dye. Could be talking
Well,
about
you are
anything.
great at talking on your stories.
Great talking anyway. Siobhan.
No, but seriously, you are though. I have to I have to build myself up for them. Like, cause I just feel like, what would I even talk about?
Yeah.
So, like, I know you're always giving out to me saying, like, I should
put
talk
yourself
about.
out there more.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
But you know what? I just
it's something you're not
don't.
comfortable.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to myself.
Well, I think I'm talking to myself. I know the people are listening, but we see when I'm talking on my stories, right? I think there is the center of the whole wide world only me in that camera. And then I go out and someone will say to me, "Oh God, I was looking at your story the other day and such," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks very much." And I go and die in the corner. I'm like, so awkward, not embarrassed at all. I'm never embarrassed about what I put out there. Never embarrassed about what I say, because it's comes straight from the heart. It's
Yeah.
not something I script, or I say what I'm thinking and that's it. So whatever comes out of my mouth, that's
Comes
it.
out of your mouth. You
Comes
see,
out of my mouth.
that's what I'm afraid of, because, like, I wear my heart in my sleeve, as you know.
Yeah.
And like, you seen the live I done after the first time we done this podcast. Like, come on,
Oh,
I was
emotional.
crying. I was actually crying.
But that's
Like,
okay though.
but I got so overwhelmed about the whole thing. So I do wear my heart in my sleeve. So that's why I said, Jesus, like, imagine getting up of a morning and the first person you see is this one, and she's crying in your face, like you want to go back to bed. Like,
Should be giving out
I've
her name
sent you back to bed. I've sent you back to bed.
Should be
No,
giving out
because
her
in
name
fairness with you kind of build up to it. It's really the last.
So I know who skips my stories.
You can't say that when you know I look at them.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what it is? Like, I kind of say, well, do you know what it is? I'll be putting up stuff, and I'll be putting up waffle, and I'll be putting up this, that, and the other. But it's who I am.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not going to be putting up. I mean, I would turn into to Mrs. Brown if I had to do a real, like,
Yeah.
advertisement. How do you do that?
I know, but you know,
How do you do that? Thank you for tuning in. I am a wedding celebrant. I actually, do you know what? I must put up some of the bleepers. When I try to talk like a posh person, I go,
no, but you do
Hello.
have like a voice for radio.
I don't have the face though, Siobhan. Well, there's an insult and a backhanded compliment, if you ever heard of it.
I don't mean that. I
You
knew
have a
you'd
face
take
for
that.
radio.
You do. I didn't. I said you the voice. I didn't say it about your face.
Yeah. You
Well, you
didn't say
do-
for television. You never mentioned television anywhere along it. You'd be great on the telly. No, we keep you on the
No,
radio.
but you do have that voice. Like, you do.
You get
Just
a
like,
large armchair for this talk show. But you know what now? But there you go. This has been just us.
yeah,
And how easy has that been?
too easy. It's really too easy.
We literally just press record. We don't edit it. Whatever comes out of our
We
mouth
don't
comes out.
edit it. People don't. I'd say don't believe that we don't edit.
And just a minute ago, Siobhan told you that she does not like talking.
Well, I did say I don't like talking.
You do. You said you don't like talking. You makes you feel awkward, and you don't.
Yeah, if I was to talk to myself just on the camera.
But then you just pretend that I'm beside you all the time. You won't be bothering on you. Wake up first thing in the morning. Where's
get
Nicola?
flipping undone.
Oh, jeez, Willie, where's Nicola? Did she not sleep in the room with us last night? But no, do you know what it is? You do. You kind of, once you get over that, and on my worst days, Like, I had a really bad week recently, and I was thinking back on because obviously I lost my dad in September. So I was thinking back on the last week or two of his life when he came home and we're looking after him. And one thing that came into my head was I was in one room, he was in the room next door,
Yeah.
but I couldn't go into the room because even though he was awake, he was just sitting on the bed talking to the dog or looking at the clock or whatever. So I couldn't just keep going in and going, "Are you okay?" Because then he possibly would want to get out of the room or
Yeah,
get up
yeah.
and
You had
like
to make it
so.
as
Just let
near
him
to
try,
normal as
yeah,
you
and you
could.
don't let him rest up or let him get back into bed whenever he wanted. So I had to let him be, and it kills me that I couldn't actually do more for him for that little time. I've done everything for him all my life,
I
all my
don't
adult life,
think I
but
don't it kills you, but I definitely don't think I think he
no,
would
it
have looked
didn't.
at it a different way.
He
He
no,
would have
he wouldn't
thought
have
you done
even realized. He was
no.
happy enough sitting up talking to the dog and everything, but because I had a little camcorder in the room watching him all night, I literally didn't sleep. I sat up watching him all night, and that's
And
played in
have
my
you
mind.
looked back at the cam?
No,
Okay.
no, I've just I can't. I'm just not able.
Okay.
I just don't. I've one video of him feeding his dog bread and jam when he came home. That's the only one, but I will eventually. But it was something that affected me last week, and I started talking about. I went on to my story one morning to talk about going to a wedding or going to do something, and then all of a sudden it came like that. It
Just get
just
into
turned
your
around to
head.
that.
Yeah.
It came around to that, and I said it, and then I started crying, and but I kept going. I didn't stop and say I'll be back after. I kept going because I think when you show emotion, it makes people feel,
Normal.
yeah, because it's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. That's normal human feelings. It's normal human reaction to life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
So
depressing you, Siobhan. You're very sad looking all of a sudden.
well it is sad though when
But
you lose somebody,
it
without a
is
shadow of a
sad.
doubt.
But you know what? Like that, grief isn't. People think that if you're grieving, you're sitting crying all day long. And if you're not sitting crying all day long, then you're not really missing that person. They're not. They
That's not
couldn't
how
care
it
less.
works.
That's not how it works. I get out and I have a great day and I'm whatever, and then I could be sitting, get up
Something
the
you'll
next
do or
morning
something
and
you'll
yeah, they're constantly on my mind. But
yeah.
for 5 minutes the next day, I'll cry for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then I go on, but they're still on my mind. You know, grief isn't like it turns itself on and off. You don't control it; it controls you in how it appears and stuff. So it's a very strange thing, and we'll chat about that
And not
another
and
time.
you know what, and you can't compare yours with someone else's.
No,
Everybody is
everybody's
different.
different. I
So
always
it's
said
like
it.
so comparison is across the board really. So when you
Comparison.
like would you say you looked at me and I was doing this, this and this and like so then there you go, you done it in the end. So don't
Yeah,
compare yourself with other people because do you know what you see on the actual cameras or see on the stories or whatever,
yeah.
it is a snippet, and I mean a snippet. Like I mean, I'll just give you for instance, like even when we were modeling, like you're there for hours, you're in
I was not.
hair, you're in makeup, like you're hanging around, you're waiting to do things for that literally 3 minutes that you're going to be either on the telly or you're going to be on the like showing your outfit or on the catwalk. It's literally, and you're after spending maybe 4 hours getting ready for them 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's not,
Oh,
and you're
hours.
hanging around,
I'm
and you're
glad I didn't model with you to
no,
watch.
honestly, you're hanging around and you know another part. Oh, it's great getting your makeup and your hair done all the time.
Oh, it's
Let me
painful.
just tell you something. When you're getting your makeup done and
It's
they're doing it to the
painful.
way they want to do it, and you don't really get a say because the actual look or the show or is done in whatever, and it's all uniformed, and that's the way you go. And you mightn't love your makeup,
Yeah.
and that is all. It's out of your hands.
Wait
You
to
are
tell you,
literally a hanger for the day.
Siobhan, I was in such demand for my modeling career, but I just wasn't ready for that. I
the
wasn't.
hanging, the hanging around the hair and makeup was it?
Oh, I couldn't be dealing with that
No,
now. No,
yeah.
I actually, do you know what? It is not fun.
No, it's
And
not.
it's like
So
even that day we were modeling on RT and like you seen us, what was a 10 minute slot or something,
yeah.
12 minute slot
And
or
what
something like
time
that.
were we up? We were up and
We were
gone
up
to,
at
on the
like
road
5
to
o'clock in the
Cork.
morning
Yeah, it
on
was
those
mad,
boats.
mad, mad, mad.
And I was in pain. I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
I was so tired. It was so boring and
And
so
then
monotonous. And you
turn
stood
around
there,
and drive home for
couldn't even
3 hours
talk.
again. Yeah, no, no.
We used to stand in the wings the whole day in silence while
Yeah.
you're recording. Like you couldn't even laugh, fart, cry,
No,
nothing. I
honestly,
was
it's
like, oh
so
my
that's what I'm
God.
saying. So like that, like everything in life, I would say to you, when people look at my page, your page, whatever page, doesn't matter whose it is, and they say, God, they have love. Oh, I'd love that life. I'd love this. I'd love that. It is a snippet. It is only a snippet of our lives, and
Yeah.
Believe me, when you think you get up some mornings and you're having a shitty day, we are having the exact same day. We are having shitty days too.
Yeah. Today was a good day.
Today was a very good
Today
day.
was a good day.
But I'm
Good
just
start
saying,
to
like,
the day.
so don't look at all these people and say, you know,
And
that you think it's great and they have their whole life sorted out and everything is bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? Because it's not. So
Yes.
another way, what do you
And
do to break that cycle? What do you say to yourself, like to say, okay, look at, you know what?
stop looking at other people.
Look at all the things that how I have good in my life.
I would say for me,
Count your blessings. You're a good woman to
yeah,
count your blessings,
I'm
aren't you?
very, very, very firm believer in practicing gratitude.
Yeah, you see.
But practicing gratitude might not help with confidence or comfort, but it does make you realize how lucky you are, and then hopefully, then organically, then you'll build up a little bit more
Do you think you
confidence
can
in yourself.
manifest?
Yes, of course you
Yeah, you
can.
see, I think you can too.
Yeah, absolutely. You can like
I
I
don't
could
think there's
say
anything you can't do. You mightn't be
no.
able to achieve it and you mightn't be able it might succeed, but I don't think there's anything you cannot do.
There's nothing you can't try.
Yeah.
Not to say no, you might not succeed, but you can try. It's like, do you know what I mean? The only thing that stops us is our own mind.
Yeah.
It's our own thoughts. Oh God, I'd never be able to do that, or oh, I wouldn't be able to compete with that, or I wouldn't be able to be, doing that, or whatever.
Do you know
Get out and try it.
yeah,
Do it.
and you know, years ago I went to a thing like when like Shailen and Mackay, they both played for Leinster and Ireland and Shailen did and you know, and really done well when they were younger in rugby and stuff like that. But we went to one of these talks this time, you know, to like you know the way they bring them in for nutrition talks and then they bring them
No,
in for
never been
well
to one of
okay,
them
so
in
they
my
bring
life.
them in for like they talk nutrition, they talk about their mental health, they talk about you know all the different things
Yeah.
anyway. So we went to this thing one time with Shailen and there was this guy and he was doing a talk to them and he said you know, he was one of them kind of motivational speakers and whatever. But he said, you know, he said, when you were small, he said, and you were learning how to walk.
Yeah.
And he said, so the first time you got up, he says, and you're a bit shaky and you know, you're holding on to stuff, he says, and then you'll fall down. And then he says, you didn't just sit there and say, you know what, I'm not getting up again.
Mm.
So he says the next time you get up, he says, and you might lean a little bit better on the furniture. And he says, watch any child that do it. They all
Yeah.
start the same way. But he said eventually they'll get up. And he says, sometime, he says, they'll take a little look around and then they'll take the steps.
Yeah.
So life is exactly like that.
Yeah.
So he
Take
said,
it
you
a
need to
step.
bring yourself back to that moment
Yeah.
when you were starting off your life and you weren't afraid because you weren't afraid. They weren't afraid to fall down.
Yeah.
They just got back up. So you must remember and bring that through life with you.
Yeah. Now, would you have a mantra? Like, is there something you would say to yourself if you needed to go somewhere, be somewhere that you were uncomfortable going to? Would you?
Yeah. I
What?
always say, Shiv, you can do this.
Yeah.
You can do this. Like,
Yeah.
don't even think about it now. You can actually do this. It's going to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I do as well. We have a hall. In the hall, we have a mirror. I say it into the mirror.
Yeah, but that's not funny. That's what you should be doing.
So I'm sure, like even if we're all going together, let's say, and I'm coming out to her, "You can do it. Like,
Yeah.
stop overthinking this. You're going to be fine. But I look in the mirror because I make eye contact with myself and say, right, listen, come here and I tell you,
And look at me still.
no, you can do
You
this.
can
Why?
do this.
Why are you doubting it? You can do
Yeah.
this.
And it's really important. You see the thing about looking in the mirror, if you are feeling a little bit uncomfortable and it is hard to do, it's very hard to do. Don't get me wrong. It's not the easiest thing to do is to sit and look at yourself in a mirror.
Yeah.
But to sit and to look at yourself, we all do it. You do
And
it.
watch the face you make in the mirror because that
You
tells
do.
you.
You do look in the mirror to brush your hair. You do look in the mirror to put on your makeup. You do look in the mirror to brush your teeth.
But you're not taking
When you
notice
get
of what you're
dressed,
doing.
you don't actually look though.
No.
What you're doing is you're glancing over what's in front of you, but you're not actually looking what's really there. And I suppose one of the things that I practice um, over the years, always done it, and even in my training as an interfaith minister, is gratitude. And gratitude is to stand and face yourself
Yeah.
and be grateful for who you are. And that's where I suppose I get part of the confidence I have now, but mostly it came from just putting myself out there and just living my life without.
Do you have a mantra? Do you have something you say to yourself when you're kind of like a bit doubting?
All will be well.
All will be well.
All will be well. Because even when you say those, you say them words to yourself now.
All will be well. Yeah.
You can actually feel a sense of calm when you say the words, all will be well. You
Yeah.
actually feel a sense of calm coming over you. And it brings a sense of calm. And I suppose, you can feel it kind of building up. Not a wall, but you can feel it building up, this comfort blanket around you that I'm
Do you
going to do
breathe?
today. Oh, I do a lot of
Do you go?
breathing. I do a lot of breath work. I am a breath work and meditation practitioner, Siobhan.
Well, now that's great, but I'm just normally just so, but I breathe.
I breathe. Breathing breath is really important. We actually might do a quick one on the podcast, the next one we're doing. Breath work is really important because very quickly, right, if you're sitting there listening right now, I'm going to get you to just, for a couple of seconds, right, I'm going to get you to just close your eyes and start breathing. So you can do it too, Siobhan.
Thanks.
Right, put down your pen.
Okay, Mum.
She loves that pen.
I love the young man.
So just breathe in, close your eyes, and relax into the space. Breathe in through your nose, nice and gently, and then release that out into the air. And do that a couple of times and just silence all the noise in your head, all of what you're thinking, all those things that have been running around this morning, busying and organizing, cleaning, rushing, racing. Forget all of that, put it to one side. And I just want you to breathe. Do nothing else. Think of nothing else. Just be aware of your breath. And on the count of 3, I'm going to get you to open your eyes again. 1, 2, 3.
So it is kind of calming in fairness.
Well, it was. You start talking again. I wasn't finished, Siobhan. So if you're doing breath work, make sure Siobhan's not in the room. To close it out.
She's okay.
Close it out.
I'm reading.
No, it's still got, we've lost it now.
Okay, go on.
We're all gone all over the place again now.
Woo!
But most people, everyone except Siobhan, probably. But for those couple of seconds, and it was
I did
only,
find that nice though. You know what I mean? I was
you
like,
just couldn't wait to snap back out of it. That was it. We're done. Well, for those couple of seconds and that couple of seconds, if you only do, like everyone thinks breath work meditation is hours and you sit down for hours and you don't. It's literally taken, if you're sitting in the car, if you pull in outside the house and you're sitting in the car on your own, before you get out of that car, don't pick up the phone, don't pick up the bag, just sit in that car, close your eyes, take a couple of minutes, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes today. And if you find you like it, take 5 minutes tomorrow, so on. And eventually you might end up doing 10 minutes breath work. Just
I do think
breathing.
it can calm you though. It definitely can calm you.
Didn't go like this,
No, seriously. No, it did go like,
it does.
but it does like if
does.
I was stressed out about something, I would even during the night now.
Yeah.
If I would, the way at nighttime, if you're sitting there and you're wide awake and like everything is 10 times worse at nighttime.
Yeah.
What was fine during the day is after hitting you at nighttime and like it's just Janie.
Yeah.
But I would do it at
And
nighttime.
if you get it hard to sleep at nighttime and you close your eyes and you just can't, doing a little bit of breath work in the bed at nighttime, and all it is just breathing, just concentrating on nothing else, only your breathing. Just let it kind of relax you naturally. It does work. It does help. I promise.
Yeah.
So on that note, we're going to go.
Oh, that's actually funny.
We're going to go and leave this for this week. And before we go, we want to say Happy Easter. Because today is actually Easter Sunday.
Oh my God, can you believe that?
Well, we said we're not going to mention it at the start because, there's like chocolate eggs looking at me.
Oh my God.
Can't be
Happy
coping with it.
Easter.
Happy Easter. I hope you have a fabulous Easter Sunday and
I hope you enjoy your long weekend. More to the point. Yeah. That out Easter, you get an extra day.
Well, I had a lovely wedding yesterday.
You get an extra day. Sure, every day is an extra day at the moment.
Now on Easter Sunday, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm going to get my Easter dinner now today, and hopefully somewhere nice. And then I'm going to chill. Might even have a shandy to celebrate.
Might have a few shandies myself.
Few. But you have one little bottle.
No, I'll have maybe 4.
You can't tell. You want to talk that one.
I need to get a job.
Anyway, listen. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday.
Easter. Have a great week, and we'll talk
to you soon. Take
Bye.
Care. Bye.
We talk. Hey, you made it. Take a breath. This is your moment. Right here, right now. We talk big dreams, small steps, real days, messy hearts and finding our way. Welcome to this big life, where the little things change everything. Pull up a chair, press play. Let's groove, let's live, let's live. Yeah, this big life.